Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a dilute. I order blood on my tongue. Thinking it's a warm glue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist but you smell me. One spark then I bet you I'ma blow up. They throw my name around. Get stupid then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A versus thinking in his man but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm jerking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the planks, you Decepticons. Straight rappers in the streets like Cobra. 80s they can throw they like up in the storage and I'm E-man. Up, down, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man, I take a beating. Ninja Turtle rap, turtle clans get defeated. High samurai, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A. And I bet you can stop us. LL bad when I go and show up.
What's up?
Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
There we go. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. On the West Coast, get up! You already know that the early bird gets the worm. And on today, is there some fans that's actually now worried about Wonder Man? We gonna talk about it today from an article from Fan the Wire. Then I'm going to discuss some other things with you guys. But hopefully you guys are healthy. Hope you guys are happy. And I do hope that you guys are healthy. But you already know what I came here for. If you don't know the question, the real question is... All right. Let me just get everything situated here. Let me see who is all in the hizzy for shizzy early in the mizzy. Junior Depp. Oh, no, wait a minute. Victorian Rain Reloaded. What is up, my G? What is good? What's good? Andre Where is in the house? What's going on, my man Andre? Quarterback, where? Junior Network. What's going on? What's up? Warg 9. What's up? He says the only good thing the only good thing they going for Marvel this year is Daredevil and Fantastic Four. And I would say even the Thunderbolts. I think Thunderbolts is going to be a sleeper. Honestly, I think it's going to be a sleeper. But we'll see what that looks like. Hey, Roberta is in the house. Hey, Miss Roberta, the AKA the church auntie is up in here. Moses Blackthorn, what is up? Good morning. Good morning. Warg said the biggest problem right now with DC is the lack of synergy now that they fixed the problem with James Gunn. I want to say I'm getting, once we get closer to Superman actually debuting, we'll see what's going on. Brother Juma, my brother, what's going on? Good morning. Dre, what if Brave New World surpasses expectations? Will there be a retraction or no? I'm hoping that it does well. I'm hoping that they make Anthony Mackie a star. That's what I want. I honestly would want that. I want Anthony Mackie to be a star. So even when he goes back and becomes Falcon all over again, he's an action star. So you'll respect him a little more than just as a guy who was just a secondary bit player, you know what I mean, in these movies. And let's keep it a buck. That's what he's been. He's been a secondary bit player in these movies to me. You know what I mean? I know a lot of other people, they love, Falcon. And I'm not mad at those people that love Falcon. But personally for me, if it does, I mean, I'm gonna give it praise. If it's good, I'm gonna give it praise. If it sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks. If it's mid, I will say it's mid. If it's something in the middle, I'm not gonna waver off of what I believe though. You know what I mean? Because I honestly believe that this is just one of those periods. And I was just listening to Heavy Spoilers, and Paul from Heavy Spoilers was talking about what's getting ready to happen with Heavy Spoilers, but he said something that was very profound. He said that even the studios are making content just to be making content. And that's what it feels like. It feels like What If was just content just to be making something. It feels like Neighborhood Spider-Man is just something to just be making. I'm not excited about none of that because what does it do? It's just content. There's nothing connects any type of universe or no type of anything. So there's nothing for me to grab a hold to and be like, yep, that's it. That's the game changer right there. I'm not seeing that. And I'm not about to sit up here in front. You know what I mean? I'm not about to sit up here in front. So that's personally for me, what I love, what I like, because I want Anthony Mackie to win. Much as I joke about him, I want him to succeed and win at the end of the day. So hopefully, he'll be able to do that. But I'm still kind of keeping my same thoughts on it. I'll wait to see what it looks like. And if it's good, it's good. If it's not, I'm putting it in the trash bin, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Will it push the needle forward? And that's what I'm asking. What is actually pushing the needle forward? They did this whole thing with Secret Invasion. What did it impact? What was the major thing that impacted for Secret Invasion? What was the impact, going forward of Captain America and the Winter Soldier? They end up being, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. What was the significant impact all around? We still got that end credit scene on Multiverse of Madness when, Doctor Strange is going into the dark dimension. What is going on? We're talking about incursions. What incursions? And then you want to hurry up and expedite Secret Wars, but there's no incursions that's happening. There's no stakes. The Celestials came in Eternals, and people's like, I don't like Eternals because it's boring. So we're going to scrap it. Even though there's a gigantic Celestial that was getting ready to blow up the planet, and then this gigantic Celestial, named Erishin, the judge, came to judge everybody, and people forgot about a gigantic Celestial in the sky. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just does not make sense. It needs to make at least 8 to 9. It needs to make at least 7 to 800 million. I agree with you, but I also agree that I just have this feeling, that Superman will probably surprise you. And I believe it's going to surprise the general audience. Word of mouth is going to spread. And Superman is going to be as big, if not bigger than it ever has before. Because they've been craving for a Superman. And not saying Henry Cavill wasn't a Superman. I'll tell you, I loved him as Superman. He was all for his Clark Kent, because I am not buying that. Not buying it whatsoever as a moviegoer. You know what I mean? But the way that they did, Corn Sweat, I liked what they did. So we'll see. All I'm saying is we'll see. And in the process of the we'll see how they do with Brave and the Bold, you know what I'm saying, with all these other projects, man. But I just think it's going to be surprisingly also with some heart. You know what I mean? Especially if you can make Superman bleed, I'm already there because the Warner Brothers cartoons have already provided me the leeway of how that can happen. You know what I mean? So, yo, the Cider Cup fanboys are in the toxic fandom with Star Wars fandom. Yeah, and it's just it was crazy. They're the minority. They're the loud minority. Yeah, Multiverse destroyed. It did. It destroyed a lot of stakes because I have no idea what's going on. The timing for Cap and Winter threw it off. It should have came out after Endgame. And you know what's crazy? You said at DS, and appreciate you coming into the chat. What's crazy about that DS, to see if you guys agree with me, it actually should have led up. He should have been in way more stuff after that. To sell me on Captain America, he should have been in. He should have been here. He should have been talking. You know what I'm saying? Even in civilian clothes, we should have. Give me, if this is going to be to me, Captain America is the leader of the Avengers. Me personally, he's the leader of the Avengers. Now, if you're going to treat Sam Wilson like you're treating Steve Rogers, then he needs to be the leader. He needs to be somewhere visible to lead me up into this movie. But they have done a horrible job to me of marketing, Sam Wilson as the next Captain America to me. Now, I could be wrong, but this is just what I've saw. And, hey, it is what it is. I had a comment that I want to read to y'all, and this is no shade to this sister or whatever. I want to point out something, that there's a misconception when it comes to Black Panther. I know I see more and more and more and more now that we have our casual newbies, because there's a lot of casual newbies out here. Some of them run channels. They just got into the game not because of the love of the comics, is because of the love, or the love of the source material. They got into it because a movie came out, and now I could be able to, work in this, in this spectrum, because hey, look what I'm doing. I'm working in the spectrum, and not really have love or understanding of said source material, right? So this sister, give me just a second, 'cause I want to pull it up. And I'm gonna actually pull up some demographics and all of that. But it was the video I did about Marvel shouldn't age up to child, right? Okay, now it's not showing me. Okay. Let me go to actual YouTube and go to my channel, because I want to show y'all this comment just to see what you guys think about it. And hopefully, like I said, I could just... No, it was a video. It was a video. Now, of course, I'm against the child. I'm against the child because it does not. I want to make this video so bad about how logically this does not work in the world that they created. Aging up, and all that stuff does not make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. For the simple fact is that they told a story that was kind of convoluted. And when it comes to the actual, T'Challa, it's himself, You know what I mean? They don't know the significance of it. And they got sold a bag of tricks. You know what I mean? They got sold a bag of tricks. So I want to read this comment because I think this comment is important for two reasons. One of the reasons is that I can see in real time what Marvel Studios and their marketing did to people. Now, Tupac had a famous line that said, "In the media is full of dirty tricks. Only God could judge us." Right? Why was he mentioning the media in dirty tricks? If the media does not spin narratives and do all this stuff to be able uh, uh, um, to get what they need to get to be able to get it to gain money, defame someone. You know, we root for J. Jonah Jameson, but J. Jonah Jameson is a horrible person just because of what he's doing to somebody who's trying to pull off being a superhero. The way he slanders them and all of that. But that's a horrible human being that could just get up here and make up lies to you about you and people actually believe it. What up? Rashad Walker was good. And this is what we're going to right now in the YouTube space. People making up stuff. But I want to read this particular what she said because I'd rather just say this as long as this young lady watches, my channel. I want to get her to understand. So I'm gonna read what I wrote back, right? She says, I don't see anything wrong with using the sun. I actually like that storyline. You are taking it from one place to the next with single mothers. But they are out here raising doctors, scientists, NBA players, NFL players, teachers, etc. Everyone don't have the perfect life. Some people are fortunate to have both parents in the household and still out in the streets. It is unfortunate, but we can't change life. It happens. However, Chadwick was a game changer for the black community who don't know anything about the comics. People were supporting the movie, buying out theaters. People love Chadwick as Black Panther, so I understand the respect. Whichever they come up with, I'm watching. I saw Black Panther 10 times at the theater because I wanted to support the movie, especially majority black cast at Marvel, something I haven't seen DC do. And I was raised with Christopher Reeve's Superman. Never watched another Superman after him either. It was too many Batmans to shake in my head. So, what I wrote to her is this because I appreciate her comment. I appreciate her passion. If you notice that I don't care if I disagree or agree with you, I'm always gonna if you see this, number one, I appreciate your comment. That's why I'm putting that down. It's not because I agree with you, I just appreciate you commenting. And plus it clears out my stuff on YouTube Studio on my phone. But I said I appreciate the comment, but let's take this into reality for just a moment. 72% of black children are raised in single parent households. The number of black women raising said children in that 72% is the overwhelming majority. Now you said that these women are raising doctors, lawyers, but the percent of those black children in those fields are less than 10% of the black population. So that leaves 90% either in the middle class workforce or poor, and this never gets brought up in jail or dead. This is why fathers are so important because I want her to understand that if you're going to have the child, you at least have the father. I'm only accepting that child if he's raised by his father. It's something I didn't ask for, but you put it in there. Might as well he get raised by his father. Why? Because of perception in media. Because we have shows like the Bad Girls Club and Real Housewives of Compton or whatever they have and all of this detrimental stuff, right? All of this detrimental stuff that convolutes what we think about black people, black men. They say black men are not masculine enough. That's why you got Glorilla was like, I'm too masculine. I'm too much of a real nigga for these men. And I'm like, I don't want a real nigga to date. If I'm dating a woman, I want a woman, not a real nigga. You know what I mean? So the energy that goes towards black men, right? The energy that goes towards black men in the black community by a pocket of people is detrimental. In somehow, some way, the media has taken those pocket of people, right? Follow me with this. Have taken those pocket of people and glamorized that for all of media to show. Rather it's social media, whether it's on YouTube, because we glorify rappers' lives and all of that, basketball, football players, anybody who you don't see lawyers and all of that getting glorified. You don't see, plumbers getting glorified like that. People with skilled trades getting like that. People who's actually a part of these STEM programs getting treated like that, getting put in that upper echelon. No, if you got the bag, you out here with a baddie, that'll get you glorified. If you follow where I'm coming from. So, what T'Challa was the anti-stereotype of that. That's what he was made for, right? This is why I said fathers are needed. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish what I'm saying, and I gotta go grab my book. Right? So it said, you don't know about this character as a casual moviegoer, and that's fine, but you don't invest in the books that is based, so your logic to this media is going to be jaded based off of what you see seen on screen. As phenomenal as these actors are, it's a job. And it can be replaced at any time. Heaven forbid something tragic happens to you and do you really think just because you are awesome on the job, they'll hold your job for you until your kid age up? Because hell, what's the difference? Does that make any logical sense to you or the company? No. You'll be replaced within minutes because business has to go on. I meant to put they sold you this mess that they'll never do for any other actor. When I'm talking about what they did for Chadwick, they're not doing that for any other actor, and it now has been absolutely proven. Right? The studio doesn't care about these people, or they wouldn't have went on strike. Don't feed the beast. So understand that these corporations named Disney, Warner Brothers, Sony Pictures, Paramount, you know what I'm saying, Weinstein House, whoever, these big corporations do not care about the actors. If they did, they have no reason to go on strike. There's no reason for these companies who create the CGI and all of that stuff have to go and unionize, because these people are not paying them what they worth. And then we see what they have on there and be like, well, the little kid in Thor Love and Thunder looks awful. Oh my God, what is that? MODOK? You know what I mean? What is going on in the Flash movie? Why do CGI babies look like that? Why do you have weird Christopher Reeves and the girl who plays Supergirl on there? Why does Nicolas Cage as Superman look weird to me? Because they don't want to pay nobody. But then you have these same people defending the studios, defending the writers, defending all of this stuff. And the actors just got to do a job. At the end of the day, it's a job. As much as I like Harry Belafonte, as much as I like Sidney Poitier, as much as I like Denzel Washington, as much as I like Eddie Murphy, these are all the people that I absolutely, you know what I mean, looked up to. As far as my my love and admiration, um, as an actor growing up. This is who I look to, right? As much as I love them, if they were playing a character and they so happen to meet their maker, then somebody should be able to come in, play that character, and continue the legacy of that character. We literally seen this when I did the reaction to Mantis. Somebody could have came in, you know what I mean, and redid the story and continue the legacy, of Mantis. But they didn't want to do that. But then you got these people that's really like, well, Chadwick changed the game. If they changed the game, they would have paid him before he died. They would have paid him instead of paying him tribute. They will pay you tribute before they pay you what they owe you, what you are owed. And then you fight against people like me that's telling you what the studios do. They don't care about these people. They don't care about the actors. They don't care about none of that. They barely care about the source material. That's what I'm trying to explain to this young lady. You don't read the books. As a matter of fact, give me just a second. I'm about to go grab my book real quick. Give me just a moment here. All right. Again, shout out to Don McGregor, Rich Buckler, Billy Graham, Stan Lee, and Jack Kirby. I am pulling for um, my Black Panther Penguin Classic Marvel Collection book because I wanna read something to you. Let me just a second because these do have the actual comics in here from the from the Black Panther comics, but it's a there's a particular page I want to read from. I gotta find it because I want to read this on the other day because again I just want to reiterate uh how important this is, how important keeping this guy on the stream because he's a domino effect for other um yeah, it's like an omnibus. Most of these I honestly most of these comics I actually already got. They're from Jungle Action, you know what I mean, and then going into Black Panther #1. So wait, hold on, I think I missed where I was at. Oh, let me see. Where am I at? Where am I at? Where? Oh, it talks about. Let me see. Give me just a second. I realized I'm writing Black Panther. I could. Uh, Hold on, give me because okay, this is what I this is I think I'm here. I think I'm here because these are talking about this is starting to talk about the Black Panther and why the Black Panther was created. It says the Black Panther, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, is widely heralded as the first high-profile Black superhero mainstream American comics. Okay, that's not that's okay. Um, let me see. Give me just a second. Oh, because the origins of Black Panther wasn't okay. The origins of the Black Panther are also rooted in a social and political transformation that occurred in the United States and around the world in the mid 1960s. While the nonviolent protest campaigns of the civil rights movement resulted in a meaningful legislative change, including the landmark Civil Rights Act in 1964, the struggle for African Americans to freely exercise their rights as citizens remained urgent and necessary. A rising generation of activists were increasingly dissatisfied with the movement's methods, given the precedents of racial terrorism, voter intimidation, and entrenched economic barriers, along with the prolonged impact of the Vietnam War. Black Power became a rallying cry that leaders such as Stokely Carmichael of the Student Nonviolent Correlation Committee used to galvanize a new sense of racial pride and self-relevance within the Black community. Even embracing the term Black rather than Negro or colored signal a more radical identity for the 1960s activists who co-signed assimilationists aims to the past and leaks people of African descent in America, with the revolutionaries who had rejected colonial rule in Ghana, Kenya, the Dominican Republic of Congo, and other countries across the African continent. Months prior to the Black Panther's first comic book appearance in July 1966, the SNCC organizers worked with the black residents of Lowlands County, Alabama, to form a political party called the Lowndes County Freedom Organization. In defiance of their white rooster that the state Democratic Party adopted as the badge of white supremacy, the LCFO used a Black Panther to identify the organization as a ballot. Although Lee and Kirby have stated that the political symbol was not the basis of the character, scholars like Aldilifu, Nama, Crystal, and Nelson and Charles W. Hennenbury note that the Marvel creative team was undoubtedly aware of the conversations surrounding the social and political upheavals in the South, whether or not they had direct knowledge of the Lowndes County group or the Clark College mascot on which the LCFO Panther emblem was based. Other sources, such as Dennis Culver, point to the earlier inspirations, including Harry Wills, the world color heavyweight champion boxer who was called the Black Panther during the 1910s and 1920s. A few decades later, the U.S. Army's 761st Tech Battalion, the first predominantly African American armored unit to engage combat during World War II, will be dubbed the Black Panthers too. So, which is what people need to understand while I'm reading this is that, yeah, this is you see it. But what people should also understand is that this character was created during the height of some of the worst times in American history to be a black person. Man, woman, it didn't matter. It was just a horrible time for black folks, right? And these people decided to create something in the midst of what was going on, in these challenges, right? So okay, so listen to this. Several scholars see Lee and Kirby's decision to locate T'Challa's home across the Atlantic Ocean as an effort to distance the character from the more immediate atonement taking place in the United States. Others, such as Nama, regarded the Black Panther's African identity as central to his embrace among readers as progressive symbol and a triumphant vision of Afrofuturism blackness. The fact remains that Marvel's Black Panther emerged at a pivotal moment during the 1960s when America was confronting the deep historical consequences of race and racism in a well trodden identity labyrinth of its own. In turn, T'Challa's earliest appearances seem marked by pronounced ambivalence. Is the Black Panther friend or foe? Just like the Fantastic Four number 52 was being stocked on newsstands, marketing teasers hinting at a debut of mystery villain, while the published cover heightened the suspense of the by the depicted the Black Panther mask and menacing in mid leap, grasping for Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, and his companions. His dark brooding looms larger on the opening page beneath a forbidding promise that the Fantastic Four will be trapped in his realm. Initially, the unexpected team is awestruck by T'Challa's gift of modern jet and innovation to travel to Africa. But instead of the safari vacation that the heroes expected, the Fantastic Four became unwitting prey in the man-made jungle of Wakanda, where the dense tropical vegetation shimmers and hums with dials, wires, and computer technology. So the reason why I wanted to read that, is for the simple fact is that we have to set T'Challa, and this is the only reason why. All right, brother Jim, I got you. The only reason why we're doing that and we're setting that, and this is why this is so important, because you have to know the origins of the character. You just can't go with what they put on screen, because the origins of the character for his first time being on screen, yes, you do have some technological marvels, but where is his genius intellect? Where's his master tacticianness? You even had, Nakia mad because she ruined her mission. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you have to show. There's a deeper connection to black people than him being a baby daddy. It will T'Challa Jr., be able to tell that story if he's never been to Wakanda, and do you want to rapidly age him up? For what? Who is training him? Is Nakia telling them the ways of Wakanda while she was barely in Wakanda because she was a spy? She knows the Wakanda traditions, but she was barely in Wakanda. She's not Dora. She's not part of the royal kingdom. She doesn't have the royal lineage. They made a baby and hid it in Haiti. So when people talk about, they accept the child, understand, for one, the origin of the character, and number two, if you do said age up things and all of that, don't you take away from the time that he should be. If he's going to be the king, he has to go and study at the best universities possible. He has to train in so many martial arts, Batman would wet his pants. He has to be the smartest dude in all of the world. If you're going to do that by aging him up, you're wasting. If you're just going to age him up and skip that part, why even do this in the first place? It's dumb. Just because he has the name T'Challa, which his name is Toussaint. That's his Wakandan name. But your mama named you Toussaint, I'm going to call you Toussaint. So I'm not picking on that young lady or anything. I kind of went longer than I expected on this. But I'm not picking on her. I'm just want people to understand that this character is deeper and he means more. So you putting him on a stereotype, like it, or this child is being raised in a single mother home without his father, where we know in the black community, 72% of us was raised in single mother homes. Not including the kids that was raised in the system like myself. Or if you did have a two-parent home, there's dynamics to us. But there's more people raised in this particular environment than that one. So the only way that we could get people to understand that this environment is better in a two-parent home with a loving father who can teach this child what he needs to teach. That is the reason why T'Challa should be there. If you're going to keep that kid, make sure T'Challa is there to teach him. Raise him from the dead, bring him from the multiverse. Whatever you choose, bring the child back so he can be raised by his father. Period. If Moses Blackthorne, a king, must raise a king. Absolutely. Now, I done went way longer on this than I did. So let me get into the let me get to Wonder Man. But if you understand what I'm saying, I'm not trying to. I don't want to start beating the dead horse and talking about this over and over again because it's going to annoy the hell out of me. But it still has to be said when it comes to this stuff. Because like I said, a lot of people are newbies and casuals and all of that. You know what I mean? Because of the because of the movie. And all they know is the movie. They might have even seen, the Avengers or World's Mightiest Heroes, which is awesome. Especially when they do the T'Challa stories. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get to Wonder Man. To call her back to say I'm going to be king, he could have called her on her. He could have sent a text. You know what I mean? He could have sent a text. So anyway, let's get to this. MCU didn't learn from its She-Hulk mistakes. Fans are worried about Yahya Abdul-Mateen II's Wonder Man after latest reports. Yahya Abdul-Mateen's II's Wonder Man earned bad rap after reported similarities with a much maligned MCU show. Ew. If it's anything like She-Hulk, I'm throwing myself. I'm done. Now I just know Marvel's just doing stuff just to be doing it. Y'all don't know. I did not like She-Hulk. I did not like She-Hulk at all. But anyway, let's get to Wonder Man. All right, I'm not about to say his name. Why they keep doing that? I'm not. Yaya's Wonder Man has believed to be canceled at Marvel. What was believed to be canceled at Marvel Studios. However, fans were surprised to see the project among the lineup of Disney Plus shows this year. After departing from his DC role in Aquaman, Yahya is set to make a comeback to a superhero project. However, a concerning update has emerged about the series. First of all, this guy should not be playing Wonder Man. Let me say it again. This guy should not be playing Wonder Man at all. Actually, since you brought up brought up Power Man, aka Luke Cage, he could have played Luke Cage. And I would have been fine. He could have been T'Challa, fine with it. Luke Cage, fine with it. Blue Marvel, fine with it. You know what I mean? I would have been fine. This, I'm not. I'm not feeling this whatsoever. And anyway, it's reported that the film will have similar tones to Tatiana Maslany's She-Hulk Attorney at Law, one of the worst shows put out by Marvel. So all of y'all that was like, hey, you was dead wrong about She-Hulk. Wasn't nothing wrong about She-Hulk. It was supposed to be like that. That stuff was trash. That stuff was trash. So I don't care what y'all say. Garbage. Anyway. All right, it's about to take the She-Hulk route. Yaya's Wonder Man is supposed to be the most meta show of all for Marvel. While earlier reports already suggested a satirical nature to the show, the latest update from at Marvel Updates is concerning for fans. It was reported that Wonder Man will be similar to the much maligned Marvel show She-Hulk Attorney at Law. It was also reported that the runtime of the show will be around 35 to 40 minutes. If the show were to become anything like Tatiana Maslany's legal comedy, fans expect tons of fourth wall breaking and self-professional humor. When did Wonder Man ever break the fourth wall? When did he ever do that? Yeah, I didn't think so. I think Reacher, honestly, the brother that plays Reacher, honestly, to me, it should be K Marco. If I'm casting anybody against K Marco, that's him. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If I was to go. All right, the show is a perfect setting to take this route, as the central character Simon Williams is set to appear as an actor starring in a superhero film. Why are you doing this, Yaya? Explain to me why. Fans do not like the odds of the series succeeding after comparisons to She-Hulk. To be honest, Wonder Man is not amongst the most anticipated Marvel projects of the year, in any association with Milani's show is a bad rap from Abdul Mateen II's show. Some have already started making remarks along this lines, as the X comments read. It was a pass before I heard the news, and now it's a hard pass. This doesn't inspire much confidence, but okay. So that means it's going to be bad. Great. So go into it with zero expectations. Hopefully, it is better than She-Hulk. Wonder Man could work on two separate aspects to avoid ending up as a disaster like She-Hulk. The earlier Marvel shows failed to deliver on its promise of a legal comedy. As for the comedy part, the show was full of cliche jokes, probably crowdsourced from the internet. Wonder Man needs to come up with the sharp humor to counter this issue. Secondly, She-Hulk left audiences disappointed as the legal aspects of the show took a backseat, except for some workplace interactions. Abdul Mateen II's show can do justice to his Hollywood aspect in one major way. Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton is directing and executive producing the series. Andrew Guest is serving as the head writer for the show. Both Cretton and Guest can make the series into a true Hollywood satire with commentary on things including the industry's obsession with superhero films. A rumor leak of the series was shared widely across social media. According to the source, Yaya will play a twisted version of himself, a meta take like we've never seen in the MCU. It's further shared that the actor would eventually sneak into Marvel Studios and stumble upon Kevin, the AI from She-Hulk. Yay. The AI would trap the actor inside a role after he learns massive MCU secrets. The actor will then start messing with the MCU's reality, manipulating storylines, created situations, and even giving himself superpowers to become the hero he always dreamed of playing. It will be interesting to see whether Kevin Feige actually greenlit this version of the project. Wonder Man is reportedly arriving on Disney Plus in December of this year. All right. I don't know about you. That sounds like garbage. That to me sounds like absolute rubbish. God, nobody. Like, this is an actor who stumbles upon Kevin and he gets superpowered because now he wants to be the hero. And yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So you couldn't pick nobody else to do this. You couldn't pick no other character to do this. Of no other actor. This guy has acting chops, and this is what you do with it. You do with him. I'm just saying. This is stupid. This is absolutely positively stupid. And there's no need to get the satire and all of that. This is trash. This is rubbish. Bullocks. It's terrible. I don't like it. I just don't like it. The concept, all of this sounds. What does this have to do with incursions? What does this have to do with the multiverse? What does this have to do with the price of tea in China? Now you're making, again, Paul from Heavy Spoilers was right. It seems like the studios is just making content to be making content. And I'm probably not even gonna cover this. This sounds like garbage. Hot, funky, stanky, nasty garbage. God, I'm glad I did this at the end.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Let's go ahead and just get this wrapped up. What's up, Chill and Knowledge 360 and Xavier Phoenix, executive judge? I see you had a question. Was like, did Chad get a big payday after Black Panther Wakanda Forever? No, he went to Ike Perlmutter in the executives that asked for a pay raise, and they said we'll replace you with your sister. And guess what happened? Unfortunately, he died, but that was already the plan because he was trying to renegotiate his contract. I mean, this just does not make sense. Just because you did something with WandaVision, oh yeah, it was it Bob Chapek? It was whoever. It was Bob Iger, Bob Chapek. It was Chapek. I said Ike Perlmutter. No, it was Bob Chapek. Yes, you're right. But it's trash, rubbish, what they did to him. No, I'm talking about the first Black Panther. After the first Black Panther, he went to the executives and wanted to renegotiate his contract, and they told him to go to hell. We ain't renegotiating jack. And to prove this real quick, report, Chadwick Boseman could be replaced as Black Panther due to pay dispute. What does that say? This is before he died. Now, the internet has scrubbed this from a lot of servers. What's up, Kid Gravity? It's a B1 Knight Rider. That's what I'm talking about. But isn't this exactly what happened? He just unfortunately died, and that's why I don't believe in that tribute. And I don't believe in none of that mess. Right, Calico Bob, paycheck. That's why I keep saying that they believed it or they would have paid him. Or paid him, no, never mind. And they chose the latter. Just saying. They wasn't about to pay him. That's the problem. They wasn't going to pay him. So don't tell me about how much you loved him and everybody was yada, yada, yada. When he was alive, y'all didn't pay that man no money. When he was alive, y'all didn't pay him no money. Want to know how somebody want to treat you? See when it comes to payday time. All right. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Mac Show. If you're watching this on a replay, tell me what you think about all of this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Put it in the comment section below. And again, to that sister that was in the comments, hold up. Let me go find her name. Cache Taylor. This is Cache Taylor. This has nothing to do with you personally, because I don't know you from a box of grapes. I'm just talking about what you wrote, and I'm responding with your take the best way I possibly can. All right, thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Mac Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all Wednesday, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm stupid sleepy right now. Where is my outro at? Because I ain't gonna lie, I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.